Good morning. Welcome to my video. I'm Ned in bed, loving life. Just woke up like 10 minutes ago, and today I'm going to be doing a video, a day in the life. The world is currently in lockdown. Well, the world, England, is currently in lockdown. So I'm going to be doing a day in the life in lockdown, which will be fun. Stay tuned and watch what I get up to in the day, not being allowed to leave my house. So first things first, I'm weighing in. First time in a few days, so I'm imagining everything is going to be heavy, but we'll see. 158.5 pounds, which is 2.4 pounds. So I was definitely expecting them numbers to be up. Haven't weighed myself in a couple of days, and I've just been eating what I want basically. Plan for this morning. First things first, I'm going to tidy up, and then I've got a client. Wow, how are you doing a client? So I'm still doing a couple over FaceTime, so I've got a client at 8:15. It is now 10 to 8, so I'm going to quickly tidy up, put him through his session. He's got some resistance bands, I've got some resistance bands, so we can make it work, which is good. And then, yeah, we'll pick up from there really. Why is this not working? Oh fuck. Hi.
Alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, what?
For some reason this is coming through on my iPad only, it's not coming through on my laptop. Why is this not working on my laptop?
Alright?
How does this work? Hang on, this has confused me.
You alright?
Yeah. It's definitely echoey, isn't it? I reckon it might be because we've got 4 devices on the go here. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that's good. It's alright.
That's the back camera.
Okay. So, we are starting off with pull-ups.
Right? That's enough, yeah?
Yeah. So, a couple of things that you've got to think of that's different in this situation is, number one, you're actually using a straight bar. So normally we've got that sort of, it curves down a little bit. Straight through the light. How was that?
Yeah, good.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've definitely hit your spot.
Yeah. You want to lean back so that obviously again as you pull back it's going to want to pull you forward. So if you're stood bolt upright like you normally do with face pulls, it's gonna force you to fall forward.
Okay.
So rather than that, we have it up higher. You'll stand with a split stance and you'll be leaning backwards. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's it. That feel okay?
Yeah.
Good, that's 2. We're going all the way to 15 on this. Happy? So, just done with my client there, which is good. I'm glad that I'm still managing to do bits. It's working really well. He's got an iPhone and an iPad, so he's got his iPad set up in one corner and his iPhone set up in the other corner. He's got a few bits, a few bands and stuff, which is the same as what I'm using. So yeah, I can still get a decent workout in with him, and the iPad setup, it works well. He's got a bit of space in his garage. So yeah, we're loving life. We're finding a way to do bits. But yeah, that is that now done. It is 9:30 in the morning. That is the only appointment I've got today, which is great. What am I doing now? Probably train. It's push day for me today, so I'm gonna have a little play around in the garden. It's still absolutely beautiful outside. Probably gonna go for a walk later. We're allowed out of the house to do 1 form of exercise a day, so I'm gonna go out probably and have a walk, make the most of the nice weather. It's still blowing my mind how many people are just out and about. Like, I don't know if it's people that are genuinely out for their exercise or generally people that are out for work. Rules are allowed out for exercise, allowed to travel to and from work if it's absolutely necessary and you can't do it from home, allowed out to go to the shops but as infrequently as possible, and allowed out to deliver supplies to those in need. And I think that's it. Yeah, the amount of people walking past my house, I do live on quite a busy road, so yeah, the amount of people going past is crazy. It doesn't feel any different to any other day, so I don't know if people are actually really taking this seriously. But I'm doing my bit. I'm trying to stay in as much as I can. I haven't actually been outside in the past couple of days, so we're completing it. Also, one last thing, I haven't really been doing energy drinks as of lately, or pre-workout or anything, but I got given these the other day, 2 little Moose Juice energy shots. So I'm going to take one of them now. I've tried the rainbow candy one before. I'm going to try this grape flavour, see what it's about. There is, how much caffeine's in there? 200 milligrams. If I can get this open. Give you a little taste test. Give it a shake. Smells like acid. Weird. No, not a fan. As you're drinking it, nice. Like you get that nice like grape sort of flavour. Sort of like grape Fanta. Afterwards you get a like, what does that even taste like? If you're a guy and you've been in a pub toilet and they have them little yellow like cube things in the urinals, it tastes like that smells. Like that is literally what it tastes like, which isn't a vibe. So no, I don't rate that. Rainbow Candy, I've tried that one before. That one's lovely. I much prefer that. Not a fan of the grape. Not going to be having that again. Right, anyway, let's go train. Got my little bench set up. Got my bar. Got what I'm using as a bench. And I've got my bands, which I'm going to be using to try and make it a little bit harder. Don't actually know exactly how much this is. I reckon it's between 25 and 30 kilograms. So it'll do. Like I say, I'm going to strap some bands on there and make it a bit harder. Sort of see what we can do. It works, it'll do. So all I'm going to do is take my band, strap this to it. These are the little ankle straps that came with it. So if you've got these bands, you can do the same thing. Strap these to it like that. I'm going to chuck it under the bench. Like so. And then hook it to both ends of the bar. So that way, when I bench, and that back there, bit of added resistance, just to make it that little bit harder. Easy. So I'm going to keep adding these bands, make it a bit harder. Might just chuck them all on there and see how that feels. Yeah, screw it, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. So by the end of that was actually hard. I did 15 reps, and yeah, by the end of it was actually quite hard, quite tough. So yeah, that's going to be good enough. I'm going to do like 4, maybe 5 sets of that, about a minute and a half in between, and then we will move on. Yo, so cheeky little voiceover here. I've decided to do a voiceover just because the talking and the clips that I've done, it was far too windy and you can hear that more than you can hear me. I need to get myself one of those little mic covers for the camera, which I'll look into at some point. So, starting off, we've already missed the exercise that has gone and passed. I started with overhead press. As you could see, I was seated, using the band for extra resistance. I just had it wrapped around the table. Now, going on from that, I'm going into banded flies. Again, I'm using the table and the chair to create myself a little bench to sort of sit on, and wrapped around the pole. I did find the hardest sort of part of setting this up is sort of getting into it, because obviously the tension on the bands is quite high. Getting yourself into that position is quite awkward, but I do plan on doing sort of full-on tutorial videos for some of these movements if you want to try and replicate them yourself. Then went into lateral raises with dumbbells, and I was aiming for 12 to 15 good reps, and then continued on to 20 with letting the form slip a little bit. Going on from that, we're into overhead tricep extensions. Again, using the band on the pole and making the most of that little seat bench setup that I've got going on. Again, just to keep myself sort of locked in place, keep the movement as strict as possible. And yeah, I am actually quite enjoying the working with these bands. It provides a different sort of tension to what you'd normally get in the gym with dumbbells or bars or even cables. It just provides that increase in tension, which is good. Moving on from that, we have got tricep kickbacks. Again, nice and light, just focusing on form here. It's a movement that I've only just started doing again, so I'm still sort of picking it up. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying them at the moment. Moving on from that, we have got lateral raises once again, this time with a band, so providing that increased tension. And you'll also see that I'm using a cuff, which I've got wrapped around my forearm, This just takes any sort of excess movement that you might get out of your wrist out of the movement, helps focus the weight onto the muscle that little bit more. Again, the setup for this is quite a pain in the ass. You can see I'm sort of stood on the band but also have it wrapped around the pole. So again, I will do a tutorial video for this in the near future. Moving on with the last movement, we've got tricep pushdowns, again using the bands, and I'm kneeling here just to increase the tension. I found that when I was standing, the tension at the top of the rep was non-existent, so I kneeled down just to increase that tension, which sucked because the ground was actually still wet, but never mind, it is what it is. This is going to wrap this little voice up over, and hope you've enjoyed. I will see you in the next clip. Peace and love. So,
some of these movements, if you want to.
Just wrapped up doing my voiceover, and Jesus Christ, it took me like 5 attempts. The pressure of, let me just show you. When I record a voiceover, I'm here talking into this mic. I'm sort of just playing the video like this as I'm watching it go through. I'm talking about what's happening on screen. But yeah, the pressure of saying what you want to say when you want to say it in the short amount of time that you've got. You can't ramble. You want to say something about one thing and then the next thing you've missed it. Like, geez. Yeah, voiceovers are stressful. It took me like 5 attempts. Hopefully you couldn't hear my computer through that voiceover because it was absolutely booting off. I think the computer's getting a little bit old now. It's like 4 or 5 years old. It struggles to keep up with some of the things that I put it through. I mean, like, I haven't used it for editing for God knows how long, so yeah, probably do an upgrade. What was the point of me doing this? There was a reason that I picked up this camera. I had to say something that I forgot to say in the voiceover. Nah, it's gone. Completely gone. Oh yeah, I sped up all the clips. In case you couldn't tell, the clips are all at double speed, just because the video was already like 20 minutes. And that was a bit too long, so now we're sat at 14 minutes by the time I add this and the clip that will come after this that I've already recorded. Probably going to bring it back to 20 minutes, so I'm going to shut the hell up. I'm going to leave you to your evening. Bye. Is that straight? Can we rock and roll? I'm actually going to wrap this video up here. I am just sat editing the video on my laptop. The video is at 21 minutes and 31 seconds, which is actually way too long, which isn't ideal. I feel like I've just gone really dark. Now I've just gone really light. No idea what's going on. Anyway, gonna wrap the video up here. The video is 21 minutes and 31 seconds long so far, which is far too long. I don't want it to be that long, so I'm gonna keep this short and snappy as an outro. Didn't end up doing much after I trained. I ended up training for like a good few hours. I then ate, nothing exciting, 2 chicken wraps. And I then just monged in the garden for a bit really, listened to a bit of music. Top up my tan a little bit. I think I'm looking a little bit tanned, bit red more like, and then I went and had a shower, and then I've sat down and just been editing really, so nothing too exciting. I have just dug this out. This is a bad boy microphone. It's a Blue Yeti. I've had it for probably like 5, 6, 7 years maybe. Don't even know. I don't even know if it still works or anything. I don't even know what I need to plug it in. God, I need one of them. Do they even still focus on that? Do they even still make them? Like, jeez. It's not even a, what is it, a mini USB? Is that what it's called? Don't know. But yeah, so I hope I've got one of them, because otherwise it's not going to work. Quite happy that I've actually done a video and I'm editing it, and hopefully we'll upload it. It just sort of sucks, the situation of which has allowed me to have enough time to actually get my ass in gear and do it. But hopefully I get in the swing of things now, and when things get back to normal I don't drop it and I actually carry on doing it. Right, I've been rambling for over 3 minutes already, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, leave it a like. Hopefully this bring you a little bit of entertainment whilst we are in lockdown, and hopefully you've maybe got a few ideas of things that you can do whilst you're training in lockdown, if you have the bands obviously. Not everyone does. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you again very soon. Peace.